The Red Dirt D&D podcast is brought to you by Pro Laser Cuts. The Oklahoma company provides pre-made and customizable design laser cut dice towers, tokens, and more, developed by a gamer for gamers, and now available to enhance your tabletop game. Pro Laser Cuts products can be found at many Oklahoma City area game stores, local events, and now available online at prolasercuts.com. That's laser and cuts with a Z, Pro Laser Cuts. And by SD Way Gaming, where dice goblins unite. Our friends at SD Way Gaming celebrate the beautiful dice players handpick for their games and splendor. SD Way Gaming has expanded to include many tabletop gaming varieties, accessories, and similar fun necessities to include a service for your dice addiction. You can shop for a variety of products at sdwaygaming.com or find SD Way Gaming on Facebook. Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. I'm Michael Cross, and I play Gaz, an orc barbarian, sworn protector of the Caliban frontier.
I'm Konnor Shenold. I play Konnor with a K, Kobold Sorcerer who's a continuous thorn in the Empire's side.
I'm Johnny Payne, and I play Zonimus Dinar, a paladin of dusk, using vengeance as a tool to protect the ones I love.
I'm Kiri Hester. I play Poppy Tea Leaf, the halfling desert druid determined to save the wild places from the ambitions of civilization.
I'm Brooke Bullock, and I play Mokrin Stoneshaper, a young dwarf sorcerer finding his true family as revealed by the secrets of the frontier.
And I'm Ash King, your dungeon master. Join us now for Tales from the Caliban frontier. The clouds of the realm of nightmare roil overhead, thunder flashing occasionally with a strike of lightning somewhere off in the distance. A storm that roils but never breaks. It mimics the roiling of fear and despair in your hearts as you face down the Mind Eater, teleporting into the middle of the square, a small child.
Well, it's time to stop playing.
Suddenly, the shape before you changes, growing larger and larger until a 9-foot-tall creature, dark purple skin, tattoos, stands before you all, brandishing a great sword. Zonimus, it is your turn.
I see this happen. I take a look around my surroundings, and I see where everyone is. I reach up my empty hands and pantomime the actions of pulling a bow as I whisper, "This will be your last night anywhere." And the bow appears in my hand as I pull the string back and fire upon my sworn target. And that is, with advantage, going to be a fate chip. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
19 will not hit.
I'm going to take my second action.
Okay.
Pull back the string again and still loose the arrow slightly off to the side.
Okay.
And miss. I'm holding my ground, looking at Poppy. Screeches.
You fire these 2 arrows at the Mind Eater, both of them whizzing off into the gloom. As the Mind Eater just looks at you. Is that all you have? I knew mortals were hopeless, but this even seems to be more so.
Mokrin touches his vest pocket for his focus gem there, and looking toward Gaz, casts Haste.
Excellent.
+2 to your AC, advantage on dexterity and saving throws, and you get an additional action on your turn for attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object.
Konnor.
Can I do another Arcana to see if I can kind of judge its weaknesses?
Sure.
It's a 19.
19?
Nice.
Okay. It is resistant to lightning, cold, and fire. It is completely immune to poison, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks, as well as psychic damage. And then is completely immune to being charmed, exhausted, frightened, or poisoned.
So acid's not anywhere on that list, right?
That's correct.
Okay. So sorcery point to transmute spell, and I'm going to cast lightning bolt, but instead of it being a bolt of lightning, it's going to be a bolt of acid. I need a dex saving throw.
Be a 27.
Okay, I'd say it still takes half. 29 points.
So 14.
Okay. And that's the end of my turn.
All right, so from Konnor, we will go to Poppy.
Okay. I'm going to drop Tiger, which is a bonus action.
Okay.
And then I'm going to upcast Call Lightning at 5th level, which is a dex save of 16.
I'm going to use Legendary Resistance.
That's the plan.
And then you mentioned, Ash, there is a storm roiling but not yet bursting above us. If you are outdoors in stormy conditions when you cast the spell gives you control over the existing storm instead of creating a new one. Under such conditions, the spell damage increases by 1d10.
Sure.
Originally, Call Lightning was 3. I upcast it to 5th, which means I can add 2 more d10, and then 1 extra d10 for the current stormy conditions equals 6 d10. They will take half, and then they will take quarter because they're resistant. So they'll half it twice. But that's okay. So 20, half to 10, then down to 5.
Nice. Nice round numbers. I like those.
I will also shoot Zonimus a glance and say, it ain't for keeping, just for borrowing, but you have belt consent if you want the Gideon sword. I just don't have any actions left to give it to you.
All right. Is that all for you, Poppy?
Let me back up where Creepy Baby had kind of started, and I can go 25.
So, Poppy, you back up, headed towards that pile of rubble where the Mind Eater had been hiding previously, just to kind of tuck yourself away. Is that all for your turn?
Yes.
Seeing that you have done this and are attempting to control the storm, the Mind Eater actually looks at you and says, oh no, we can't allow this. Let's see what's in that frightened little mind of yours. I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Is this against being frightened?
It is not fear, it is charm.
That's fine. 30. I have a +9 to saves, and then my cloak, my Aldonza cloak, gives me a 1.
Yeah, the Mind Eater points at you, and you feel this very alien energy brushing against your mind, and you almost kind of feel these twisted thorns starting to form around your brow in a very jagged crown, but you very quickly just close your eyes and whip your head around and dispel the energy before it can take hold. And then, of course, the Mind Eater shrinks back and looks at you. Oh, I see how it is.
Did that appear to be an ability or a spell?
It appeared to be a spell.
Okay.
Give me an Arcana check and I'll see if you can identify it.
17.
Crown of Madness.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah.
That's a legendary action for the Mind Eater this turn. So we will move along to Gaz.
I'm less than 40 feet away from him, correct?
You are within 25 feet of him.
Perfect. I am feeling the speed of the haste from Makrin, and I feel this. I have an extra action, and I rip out the potion of heroism from my belt, and I drink it down. Feel even better with 10 temporary hit points.
Nice.
And I fly over to face the Mind Eater and attack with my claws. First attack. Oh my gosh. Yeah, these are going to hit. 3 and a 2, so 13 and...
You're moving faster than normal, but yeah, the Mind Eater just can still track your movements and it's just dodging expertly out of the way.
Second attack. 25 to hit.
25 will hit.
Yes.
14 points of damage.
Okay.
Third attack with the claw. Nat 20. 12 points on that one.
Okay.
Fourth attack with my other claw offhand. 21.
Will hit.
10 points of damage there. I wish I could have done more.
Right. Okay. So, before the end of your turn, legendary action. The Mind Eater is going to attempt to attack you with the great sword that it has. But that's only going to be a 15 to hit.
That'll miss.
Yeah.
Did you do that with advantage?
Oh, because you're reckless. No, I did not.
Okay.
Let's try that again. Be a 31.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Jeez.
Okay, so that is going to be 4d6 worth of
Oh my god.
slashing. So 25 points of slashing damage.
Reduced to 12.
To 12?
There goes all my memory of what it's got.
There it goes. All right.
That's what they're for.
And then you feel on this attack there's like an extra rider, and it's almost as if this sword seems to be like an extension of its own power. So 14 points of psychic
Oh my god.
damage.
Okay, then that probably-
And that's just a legendary action. Now it's time for its real turn. Seeing that this haste spell is actually something of a problem on the barbarian, it waves its hand and is attempting to dispel the magic. So I need to roll, since what is haste, a 4th level spell?
Haste is a 3rd level spell, but I'm going to counterspell it.
Oh, okay. So you're going to attempt to counterspell the dispel magic.
Yes.
Okay. The Might Eater waves its hand, attempting to dispel. Makrin,
Sees that motion, reaches out, and disperses the weave, trying to accumulate around its grip.
and you see the magic in the Might Eater's hand fizzle out, and then it looks back to you. Oh, I see now what I need to do. And that's the end of its turn. Being the end.
I got it distracted. Shoot it.
I'm going to look over my shoulder at Poppy, move to her, and fire upon this evil for 1624.
Will hit.
11. Do it again for a miss. And I'm going to look over at Poppy and start to reach my hand out and say, stay here just a moment, and try to get the sword on my next turn.
Okay. And your turn, legendary action, teleport. The Mind Eater poofs from the front of Gaz, right next to you, Makrin.
Hot diggity dog.
That will be it for my legendary action for the Mind Eater. And so that will bring us to you, Makrin. The Mind Eater is literally right there in front of you. What would you like to do?
Makrin touches the earth, touches his arcane focus item, clenches his fist, and a large hand of shimmering translucent force appears just off to his right, and he swings and punches with Bigsby's hand at the creature. For a modified 22.
Will hit.
So that is going to be 46 points of force damage. 3 6s and a 5.
Wow.
Nice.
23 points of damage. So that's his action, and then he's just gonna stay there toe to toe. So Makrin being Makrin doubles down, and after this translucent large hand goes bam and catches him right underneath the chin or in the gut, Makrin says, I can do this all day, bring it.
As you wish. And the massive greatsword comes down in a legendary action. Melee attack. That will be a modified 20.
Miss. Clangs off his stone aegis. Would have hit, but just goes shing.
You dodge out of the way just in time, and you stay still. Well, that is it for my Mind Eater's legendary action this turn. In that case, Konnor, you're up.
Am I 30 feet away from Makrin or the...
You are about 45 feet from the Mind Eater
Okay.
and about 60 feet from Makrin.
Move me to 30.
30 feet from the Mind Eater?
Yeah, and I'm going to place my hand on my chest, imbuing myself with Dragon's Breath.
Ooh.
And like the very end, 15 feet away, I'm going to spew acid. So, dex saving throw.
For the Mind Eater, that will be a 21.
Okay, it still takes half. 10, so 5 acid.
Is that all for you?
Yes.
So, legendary action. The Mind Eater is going to swing at you again, Makrin, because you are the source of at least 90% of its trouble. Cheese and crackers, to borrow a phrase. That's only a 17.
Yay!
That was all for Konnor. Poppy.
Right.
I would like to use my action to hand over the Gideon sword. This is for borrowing, not for keeping, but you can borrow it for a long time this time. And then bonus action, pull my Call Lightning on them. A dex save of 16. Okay. It's an action to call down. So could I hands on him as the Gideon sword with my bonus action? Because I thought it was a bonus action to call down.
I will.
I help out, and instead of taking 2 attacks, I take 1 attack and then receive the sword.
Okay, yeah, I'll allow that.
Hold it out to you.
Yeah, I'll allow that. So I will make a dex save. So I got a 16 exactly.
So he would take half, so he takes a quarter. 15 would be half to 7, which we have again to 3.
So I believe I've used up all of my legendary actions for this turn. So sad. Gaz.
7 attacks with Michael.
Because yeah, I'm assuming that you're just gonna run
Yep.
to get back up in his grill.
Yeah. 18.
Nope.
Holy. 21
Will hit.
to hit. 8 points.
Okay.
Third attack. 23.
Will hit.
Holy. 9. Fourth attack. 32. 11.
Okay.
Fifth attack. 27.
Will hit.
10. Final attack. A 31 for 14 points of damage.
Nice.
That should have been a lot better.
He's looking really bad, I will say that.
And yes, that will be it.
So it's the Mind Eater's turn. He disappears.
Can we tell what it was?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay. 12.
I got a 16.
19.
So Konnor and actually Poppy, you recognize this is the spell Greater Invisibility.
Greetings and salutations, my friends. I'm Michael Cross. So great to have a moment to talk with you during this mid-show break. First off, I want to invite you all to join us as Patreon members. The money we raise helps us pay for things like the music and sound effects you hear on the show, as well as money to go to events and make new fans. When you become a Patreon member, you get our episodes 4 days early, bonus content, access to our Discord server, and full versions of our roundtable discussions. You'll be joining other fans like Scott Wise, Don Mills, Heath Mormon, and the Lady Kate. So join us right now at patreon.com/reddirtdnd. Another way to support us is by getting your very own Red Dirt merchandise. You can find things like hats, hoodies, mugs, and t-shirts. Just click on the merch tab at reddirtdnd.com or reddirtrpg.com. Since 2020, the Red Dirt D&D podcast has been close to another Oklahoma actual play Dungeons & Dragons podcast, D20 to Curtain. And me personally, I've had a chance to work on stage with some of the actors on the show. So when you get done with this episode, you should check them out.
Hello, fellow D&Ders. My name is Jerome.
I'm Jennifer. I'm Jody.
And together with our friends Kara, Timothy, and Jared, we are the cast of the D20 to Curtain podcast, where Oklahoma theater geeks and their friends hit record and explore our new addiction to Dungeons & Dragons.
We think D&D is more than just a game. It helps us tap into the enduring power of storytelling.
We combine live gameplay with behind-the-curtain episodes to share our experiences, insights, habits, discoveries, and passion for D&D with anyone who will listen.
We hope D20 to Curtain will make you laugh, cry, maybe even make your experience at your table even more satisfying. Check us out anywhere you listen to podcasts or visit us at d20tocurtain.com or at D20 to Curtain on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
We look forward to having you. All we ask is that you have fun, be kind, and play the role.
If you're looking for more content, make sure to check out our YouTube page with Mysteries of Beatrix live every Wednesday. Keys from the Golden Vault from the Red Dirt Outlaws dropping every Tuesday at noon, and Plausible Deniability every other Thursday at 7 p.m. So come check it out at youtube.com/@RedDirtRPG or search for Red Dirt RPG on YouTube. And we would love to hear from you. Find us on social media at Red Dirt RPG. You can also get in touch with us through our website at reddirtrpg.com. In the meantime, make sure and subscribe to this podcast and leave a comment on your favorite podcatcher so others can find us. All right, I think that's everything I need to tell you. Right now, let's head back to Red Dirt D&D.
In battle with the Mind Eater, Gaz fighting ferociously with everything that he's got. Makrin slinging spells that are fantastic, but a major annoyance for this ancient being, as it feels like it's underestimated these mortals. But before your very eyes, the Mind Eater has disappeared. Poppy, Konnor, the two of you do recognize that this is an invisibility effect. So the creature is not gone, it is simply trying to buy some time as it ponders through this next plan. But the other problem is that this is also greater invisibility. So for the next minute, this thing is completely invisible regardless of what it does.
Yeah.
So the only way to pretty much get it out would be to break its concentration. And again, just because you did roll, you both rolled well on your Arcana check, so I will give you that. And actually, Gaz, I will go ahead and give you and Makrin opportunity attacks at disadvantage, because what I would say is that yes, it's invisible, but you can still kind of sense it, as it's moving around you, so you can attempt to attack it, it's just at disadvantage.
Right, so straight roll for me, because I'm going to do reckless.
Correct.
Makrin rolled a 1. He has no idea where it's...
Smash the ground.
20.
Well,
20.
Yeah, he was going to cast spell.
That actually hits exactly.
11 points of damage.
Okay. And that is it for
Does he have to make a concentration save?
Oh.
Yes, it does. So it's going to be a 10 or better. Yeah, with just the base saving throw, it's going to make a con check. And this also means I now have advantage on attacks against you guys. That was it for the Mind Eater. So, Xonimus.
I'm going to receive the sword. I'm going to pull on my cloak and try to shift sideways.
Into the ethereal?
I tried it when we got here when I didn't understand where we were. I'm going to try it now.
Okay. Basically, yes, technically, I would say now that you're on the plane, you step into that ethereal, but it's like you're in the border ethereal, and so it feels like any border to other planes is locked out to you, so you can only come and go from this particular area.
As the shift happened, did I see a glimmer of anything? Anyone? Any specific location?
So, as you're attempting this to try and get a lock and a read on this thing, going from the plane, from this plane to the ethereal, you do see a shimmer of an image for just a moment. But it's one of those things, it's something that your mind is literally having trouble processing, as you are almost feel like you're getting a glimpse of this thing's true form. The tentacles of the universe starting to unfold. Give me a madness save.
I knew it. Oh.
Wisdom.
15.
A 15?
Yeah.
Okay. So a 15 will not cut it. The tendrils of the universe are unfolding right before you.
Okay.
So, give me 1d10.
10.
10? Okay. So for 10 minutes, roll me a d100.
18.
Oh no. The character retreats into his or her mind and becomes paralyzed. The effect ends if the character takes any damage. You make this attempt to step into the ethereal, and seeing that flicker of this thing's true form, again, this is the Mind Eater. You quickly attempt to retreat back from it, being but a mere mortal, and stepping back into the realm of dread, your eyes wide and wild. You've seen things. You are currently paralyzed. The effect ends if you take any damage.
Okay.
You briefly, in your mind, hear the voice of the Mind Eater. Oh my, someone got a taste of something they shouldn't have. Makrin!
Upcast Dispel Magic at 4th level.
Okay, on?
The invisibility effect.
Okay, that would be up to a 4th level spell?
Yes. I don't have
Okay, Greater Invisibility is a 4th level spell. Step 1, you attempt to dispel. Step 2, counterspell. And you're upcasting, so therefore I must roll.
Right.
Because you're casting at 4th level, you said? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I need a 14 or better on this counterspell roll.
We need big money.
13! So the Mind Eater all of a sudden pops back into existence, or into visibility.
Here's the thing, though. He's real mad at you.
I know.
Gaz looks over at Makrin and says, "Run!"
I would really like to do that.
So he had moved back to about the center of the area.
Oh,
So that way he could have greater control over things.
Oh, yeah.
So he is away from you, yes?
That's good. It's right there. That's what we did. What we want to do. As a bonus action, Makrin is dumping 5 sorcery points to reclaim a 3rd level spell. And I will retreat back toward the rubble that's behind me.
Hey, Makrin, come over to me. Come over to me.
Okay. I hear Gaz yell, run. I hear Konnor say, come here. And I run toward Konnor.
Let's put you over next to Konnor. You finished?
I don't want to be done, but I think I'm...
It's the end of your turn, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Crown of Madness! Your favorite save, Makrin.
I know.
Wisdom.
Yeah. It is a natural 18.
That's not enough.
No, I should wait. And the thing, and the hook.
Okay, you are charmed. While you are charmed, a twisted crown of jagged iron appears, twisting around your head, and madness glows in your eyes. The target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that the Mind Eater mentally chooses. The target can act normally on its turn if you choose no creature or if none are within reach. On your subsequent turns, you must use your action to maintain control over the target or the spell ends. Also, the target can make a wisdom saving throw at the end of each of its turns. On a success, the spell ends.
Is there a physical spiked crown of iron that forms? Like people can see it?
Yeah, like they can literally see it like around your forehead and see the way your eyes.
It was like thorns, and with Makrin, it's an iron crown.
So just to make certain, he doesn't do anything till his turn.
Right.
Correct.
Okay,
The Mundo.
cool. Okay, good.
Konnor.
So I see the thorns kind of build up around Makrin's head, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Upcasting to 5th level, I run up to the beastie, kind of like on the side of it, to where like I have a good view. And 5th level Thunder Step. As I run in, get as close to it as I can, Thunder Step 90 feet away from it.
What direction? 90 feet.
A good place that I have visual to, so probably back behind Zonimus and Poppy.
So behind this rubble pile? Okay.
I need it to make a Constitution saving throw. I believe it still takes half. Yeah.
I mean, it's a 30.
Okay, but it still takes half. Half of 28. 14. Thunder damage.
What was that?
14.
Thank you. And on top of that,
Concentration
check. It's a 14 points of damage. So it will be a 10. Yeah, no, with the base save, it would maintain concentration.
It was a good try.
Good try.
How's it looking, by the way?
Not great. Makrin, you're under my control, buddy. You are charmed by me. Yes, dwarf, why don't you go annoy my other puppet? And so, using the Dance My Puppet command, since you are charmed, you use your reaction.
Okay, my reaction.
To move up to your speed as it directs. And yes, it directs you over to Gaz to annoy the barbarian. That will be it for my legendary action.
Does Gaz see like this wild look in my eye, or maybe notices this iron crown on my head? I'll run toward him.
Yeah, I see it, and I figure you're under some kind of control, but my focus is on him.
Of course.
Poppy.
Okay. Can I do a roll to see if obviously something's wrong with Zonimus, but it would be unfair to be like, oh, I know that if I just kick him, he's fine. Can I do some kind of arcana or insight to kind of figure out what's going on with my friend?
In this case, I would take a insight or a medicine check.
I have +4 on both, so let's see how we do. 15?
15? Yeah, so what I'll say, he's suffering from this kind of mental break, but it seems like, if you were to pat him or give him just a good solid slap across the face, hopefully it would snap him out of it.
I'm going to kick you in the shin and say, hey, I need help.
Give me just 1d4 for shin damage.
2. I have pointy boots. They're strong toe boots.
That would be enough to help snap him out of this.
I give Zonomus a kick in the shin and said, hey, we have things going on. And I pull on your sleeve to try to get your face down closer to me. And I put a little hand on your cheek. And I say, you don't look real good, but we need your help. I can't do this on my own. And Gaz and Makran are questionable. 13 is all I can give you. I rolled bad. So that was a 4th level healing word. And that's my turn.
Yay.
All right, we're gonna do a teleport. I'm gonna go over on top of one of the piles of rubble, farther away from Poppy and Zonomus, still keeping Makran and Gaz kind of on the peripheral. Konnor, you're all the way in left field, but that is its legendary action for this turn. Gaz!
I can only move 40 feet, but as an orc, I get a bonus action to move my speed up to him. So I will be using my bonus action, so only 6 attacks. Let's start with 28 to hit.
Okay.
9 points of damage. 28 to hit.
Hit.
12 points of damage.
12.
Yeah. 21 to hit.
Hit.
12 points of damage.
Okay.
27 to hit.
Okay.
14 points of damage. 28 to hit. 14 points of damage.
Okay.
24 to hit. 13 points of damage. So close. That's okay. He's going to get one more attack in this.
So, now it is the Mind Eater's turn.
He's real mad.
He looks at you again, Gaz, and says, well, perhaps there is still a way to turn this battle in my favor. Reaches out, grabs the top of your head. I need a wisdom save.
Yeah.
Makran, you notice it chooses to drop concentration on the Crown of Madness in order to cast this spell.
He rolled a 3.
Oh, gosh.
So, wait. We're going to use a fate chip one time. We'll see what happens.
And the Mind Eater made me use my reaction to move last time, right? Yep.
19.
Is that your total save? Nope. Gaz, once more, you are under the thrall of the Mind Eater. You have been dominated. Now let's have some real fun.
Red Dirt D&D, Tales from the Caliban Frontier is Ash King as our Dungeon Master, Brooke Bullock as Makran Stone Shaper, Johnny Payne as Zonomus Dinar, Kiri Hester as Poppy Tealeaf, Konnor Shenold as Konnor the Kobold, and I'm Michael Cross as Gaz. Special thanks to our Silver Star Paladin patron, Shenanigans Unplugged. Our theme music was created by the cinemagician P.J. Castillo. Our incidental music comes from Jeffrey McBride. Our sound effects and additional music, courtesy of TabletopAudio.com, Sirenscape, and Monument Studios. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and at RedDirtDND.com. We here at Red Dirt D&D could really use your help in getting the word about us. If you like what you've heard, make sure and subscribe, rate us, and leave a comment. Also, tell your friends about Red Dirt D&D. You can also support the show at patreon.com/RedDirtDND. We have several giving levels to help us grow up big and strong. Join us next time as we go deeper into the Caliban Frontier.
Thank you. This is amazing.
Go, Gaz.
I expect you to speed up Gaz's voice by 1.5%.
Thank you. This is amazing. Oh my gosh, I never felt so good before. This is wonderful.
We gave him 5 shots of espresso and he's just gonna go.
Alvin, Simon, Gaz.
That's all right. That's okay. Don't you know you live to fight another day? For those playing the home game, I actually drew a map today.
This is very complicated and big, so we needed the visual aids.
We needed the visual aids.
30. I have a +9 to saves, and then my cloak, my Aldonza cloak, gives me a 1.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
As you're looking, the Mind Eater is like pointing.
I feel like Harry Potter when he finally figures out occlumency.
I wish I could have done more.
Can the rest of us play now?
That's going to go real short in the editing.
He's on our side. Mokrin. Oh, sorry. Screamers.
It's me, don't freak out.
Casual reminder, friends, silence your phones.
3 6s and a 5.
Wow.
Nice.
23 points of damage.
I'm giving credit to Pro Laser.
Oh yes, Pro Laser Cuts, new dice roller, boy, ladies and gentlemen. Woo!
That's Laser and Cuts with a Z.
Pro Laser Cuts.
We love you, Steph.
Mokrin ducks.
He is one lucky dwarf. He's our cricket from Mulan.
It's just this cross in the street moment. Yes, exactly.
I'm Mushu and you're cricket.
What? Lucky dog. That tracks.
So does that make Gaz Mulan?
Poppy's Mulan.
I did cut my hair off with a sword.
You did run away from your family.
All right.
It wasn't to help.
I'm the cool Donny Osmond character.
Lieutenant, no, Shang would be Zonomus if I am Mulan.
Lieutenant Li Shang.
Who's the big guy that likes his mom's cooking? That's
that's Chin Po.
Chin Po.
I'm Jim Poe.
And I am Yao, King of the Rock. Sorry to derail for 5 minutes, but it's how we roll.
Deflect with humor and Disney references. This is for borrowing, not for keeping, but you can borrow it for a long time this time. But it is, let the record show, it is still mine. And then...
Can we have that etched into the handle? So that doesn't have to be a thing every time.
You have to make a concentration save?
Oh.
Yes, it does.
Nicely done.
Nicely done, Mr. Cross.
Nicely done.
Rules lawyer comes into effect.
Every once in a while. So it's going to be a 10 or better. Oh, yeah.
I now understand when my own players say, I don't like the evil laugh.
Yeah.
That was great. I think I took psychic damage from this.
Zonomus.
Magic missile.
Andy Mitchell.
At the darkness.
Yes.
At the darkness.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I'm going to cast Magic Missile at the darkness. For those of you old schools.
As the shift happened, did I see a glimmer of anything? Anyone? Any specific location?
You really want to go down that road?
Okay, when the GM says you only go down that road, you say no.
So did you do that?
I'm scared because Ash said to you.
Well, I know, but I've still got. We're going to have a tape here that tells me what you did.
No, I'm saying I did go sideways.
Okay.
But I don't know if I want to know if I saw something.
Right. Okay. Then you closed your eyes as you went. Okay. Poppy just needs to slap you.
Yeah.
Get yourself together! Konnor, run away!
Well, I thought I had a plan. Never mind.
Maybe you should have gone behind that rock.
Right.
Just make sure.
Oh, Mokrin.
I know.
He's like,
You look like you got something wrong with you. I'm just gonna...
And I'm out.
I'm doing Kamikaze Kobold here. You're welcome.
The stupidest, bravest thing, but I love it.
Yes.
That was a great Kamikaze Kobold turn.
I imagine he just runs out of... He's like, ah! And then... with a crash of thunder.
I wonder if y'all think I just, like, literally...
Cass goes,
little puff of feathers as he runs in. Apparently runs in to the demon.
So he seems to be suffering some sort of short-term, like, mental break.
Again.
so it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
We need your help. I can't do this on my own, and Gaz and Mokrin are questionable.
I like how it's gone from healing word to healing monologue.
The healing word of the day is existential crisis.
It's 2 words.
There's a dash.
Let's see, 4.
It should be existentialism.
got him on the ropes though, like Rocky.
We don't gotta catch it in the Pokeball if we kill it.
Well, I don't think if we kill it,
We don't kill it.
We don't kill it.
It gets it into the
Yeah, yeah.
Pokeball.
I need a wisdom save.
Yeah, I miss you.
Because you're so far away.
Wish you were here.